numbers, even involving the very best, are slow burners. That's not the case here. First 4 frames were gripping from the outset.
Ronnie O'Sullivan to break.
And there's no reason to believe the next 5 won't be hugely entertaining and significant as well.
That's an out of character miss. Sort of played it fairly gently. Much prefer when we can hit those with a little bit more pace than that, but as the pot level went in, he lost control of the cue ball as well. It's not the start on the resumption that Judd Trump wanted, leaving O'Sullivan a pretty handy chance here straight away. Well, this game is played in the mind. If it had gone 2-2, then Judd would have been ecstatic to have been level, having been mostly outplayed. But when he should have gone 2-2, he'd have been disappointed to be behind. It was, well, it's played between the ears, this game. Sullivan has been the better of the 2 players, without a shadow of a doubt.
9.
Yeah, I couldn't agree more, Neil. Mixed feelings really about the in-off on the green for Trump. It was cruelly unlucky, but I think O'Sullivan did deserve a pre-interval lead.
Well, the cue ball didn't have the
16.
customary fizz as it went into the bunch, which would take it in and possibly out a little bit, so his cueing is not ideal here. He still played that shot well. Judd looks a little uncomfortable in his chair, doesn't he, though? Just taking a look. It is a long match. Got a glimpse of him there, and sometimes it can be quite you know, you can be fooled by body language, but
23.
He's not started this final in any way how he would have hoped, and he knows that it could be running away from him if the next hour goes badly.
$24. 31. $32.
Well, here's a situation with the red near the top left pocket. He can probably afford to screw into the bunch, knowing that there's always going to be that reserve red as backup if the split doesn't work. And the split has worked all right.
47.
All boxes were ticked there.
Yeah, in the pre-match analysis, the guys were saying that one of the keys to that shot is not only splitting the reds, but keeping the cue ball in mid-table, and no one does it any better. This is a glorious opportunity.
Yes, Phil, it seems to me not dissimilar to a break-off in 9-ball, where the cue ball is key. And the split, it stays in the centre of the table. The reds, or all the balls as it is in pool, just seem to spread accordingly. It's always nice to have a red that's there for you, the other end of the table, if something was to go wrong.
45.
I was using that backup red now. Oh, wow. Well,
Ronnie
it was meant
O'Sullivan,
to be a backup
45.
red. It can sometimes just flick a little bit of side on these. And against the net, the cue ball will start to head in the opposite direction. And that's why perhaps he missed it thick.
One of the easiest balls you will ever see an elite player miss.
One.
And now a pressure shot. 3-1 down. 44 adrift in frame 5. Cue ball a little too close to the side cushion for comfort.
Eight. Nine. Fourteen. Judd Trump,
Well,
14.
they both missed one now, and a little shake of the hand from Judd. I'm not sure what the gesture was, but he had slightly awkward cueing. Whether that was a bad contact, I don't know. He looked more than a bit disappointed, understandably. So, when he misses an easy one, ultimately Judd lets him off the hook for that miss. Better shot
One.
than it looked now. Okay, it was a plant, but he's struck the cue ball well. Let's get the feeling he's one positional shot away here from getting another frame on the board.
Three. Four. Eleven.
This could be a little dinky, a little tricky.
12.
It was 2-visit snooker in the first frame, and it looks like being 2-visit snooker in the 5th.
Seventeen.
Yes, red colour from here.
Eighteen.
Well, he's discovered something on the cue ball, perhaps.
Oh yeah, I can see that.
I think You can tell it's a good match because
25.
what's more significant are the odd mistake made by either player and amongst all the good stuff.
26.
And when you know that there's a little mistake made, like that green that Judd missed, and one in off rather in the previous frame, and then the chance he missed there, you know that around it, some very good snooker being played.
$33. $33 and the frame.
Errors are being committed by both players amidst the brilliance. And it's Judd Trump who's committed the most. That's why he's in early trouble. Ronnie O'Sullivan leads 4-1. Champions is finding life difficult at the moment.
Frame 6.
Judd Trump, who's sailed through this tournament thus far, is struggling today. And if there's one player in the game you don't want to struggle against, it's Ronnie O'Sullivan. Look at the pot success rate, 95% from O'Sullivan, around what you'd expect really. 81 for Trump, well below his norm.
Ronnie had potted 70 out of 70 of the first shots that he attempted. Then he missed one right at the end of frame 2, which didn't mean anything. So he was right up there from the very first shot. So he applied pressure on Trump from almost Trump's break-off shot.
Today, O'Sullivan looking to win a record-extending 4th Champion of Champions, and he's 77th professional tournament. As for Trump, he's trying to join O'Sullivan as the only player to successfully defend this ever more prestigious title.
One.
Well, it's not an easy table to get the reds open from. Playing all the way round on the bottom red. Ooh. Jaws in the middle pocket were not part of the plan.
6.
Amazing, isn't it, that he's hit both jaws. Gibble just checked across the middle of the table and now he's not on the bottom one. Been that sort of an afternoon for him.
looking at this plan to middle, but it seems to me from the overhead shot it's aiming towards that left hand near jaw.
Yes, if the reds are touching, he can send it further up. He doesn't like it, and he certainly didn't even know it was there until he walked around having not got the other shot right,
Judd Trump.
positional shot.
6.
He's not hurting O'Sullivan at the moment enough, not punishing him, not doing anything to put fear into him with his own scoring power. One or two slight gasps because he never went anywhere near the pot. He tried to send that cue ball up the table as he managed. It's a bit of a concern when you have to play the bunch of reds in safety, as Judd may have to do here, given that they could spread anywhere near pockets, over pockets. Can't play it very thin either in case he hits the black on the way back round. To hit them reasonably firmly. That's exactly the problem, isn't it? I mean, the red's quite close to the pocket, but also a little bit close to the cushion. But Judd was forced into a somewhat risky safety shot there.
If this red was dead on the cushion, it wouldn't go, but I think it just bounced in a minuscule way. Enough.
1.
For it to wriggle in.
Well, the target red was always going to be the red on the black spot to try and make the black spot free, but as you see, has let the cue ball run a fractionally too far.
Six.
Not only no position, knocking a red towards that middle pocket means that gaining a really telling safety here is extremely tough.
Yes, he can't take the risk of leaving the red near the middle. So I guess if he's playing up to bulk, it'll be to the right-hand side as we look. It guaranteed the cue would end up
Ronnie
in the
O'Sullivan,
one
6.
place. Trump can't pot the red.
key frame this, because if O'Sullivan wins it, he would be guaranteed to lead going into this evening's concluding session with 3 frames left this afternoon.
One.
Well, it's a big fluke. It's only a big fluke if you can get in behind a colour. Just trickled towards the middle pocket. I didn't think it was going to reach. I was watching the red near the pocket into the corner as the other one disappeared. Well, he's going for the pot here. That is a sort of a confident man and someone that is not frightened to take advantage of a fluke, which of course you have to do at this game.
And Neil, something he's done twice already this week. He made a 60 from a fluke in the 3rd frame against Rob Milkins in the 1st round, went on to win 4-2.
6.
And then last night in the semi-finals, opening frame, fluked the black outrageously across the ball cushion, made 89 to set the pattern against Fan Zhengyi.
Had to hit it hard and stun it round
13.
to widen the angle to get himself away from that red on the left side. Cue ball just jumped a little bit, but he was queuing down on it, and that's the reason, but he forced it wide.
14.
Well, that big frame that you was on about, Phil, it could be going the way of O'Sullivan if he continues. A long way to go, but it's a good chance now. He's been by far the more
21.
dangerous of the two in amongst them.
22.
Didn't intend to pop this red to middle, but suddenly presented itself and he was stopped in his tracks, licking his lips.
$37.
No, he missed a similar red to that in the 3rd frame on 52 by overcutting it. Clearly, he over-adjusted and missed it on the other side of the pocket.
I was thinking exactly the same thing. Very similar, but a different way of missing both times. But again, the big moment will only be a big moment if Judd takes advantage of it.
Six. 7.
A little bit of deceleration there, almost overcut it. Holding mouth stuff for a
14.
brief second.
$15.
No one's better at the powered blue to take the cue ball in and out of bulk when you're on the
20.
incorrect side of the blue than Judd Trump, but even that was exceeding his limits.
Well, he didn't get any left-hand side on that. It was all topspin.
Judd Trump 20.
Just didn't get any side on this. It sort of didn't really fizz off that second cushion or the first cushion. It just comes square off it, and that's why he lost direction and ended up hitting the yellow.
Foul.
Ooh.
Miss.
There wasn't much room,
Judd Trump
as you can
6.
really work out from the fact that he hit the pink. This is one of these which would be an awkward replacement. I think they've got the right person in the job, though, because I think Marcel Eckhart is as good as it gets referee-wise on the circuit. But it's always difficult to replace the balls. The cue ball will be difficult because there is just a sliver of the red sticking out, and that's got to be replaced accordingly.
Just saw there Marcel being given guidance by another hugely experienced referee and official, Brendan Moore.
To your right. Keep going, keep going.
Pardon?
Keep going a little bit more. It's about its margins.
Okay, Ronnie. Yep.
A tough job carried out quickly and efficiently.
What's the damage? The red has not left the pocket very far. They're contemplating cushion first.
One.
Good shot. I've seen those missed actually. He made it look simple, but very often they make contact with the red, but not quite
One.
the right amount to pot it. And there is an argument this frame is as crucial as anything we're going to
4.
see all day. If Sullivan wins it, because he has made a couple
5.
of errors.
11.
22 in front. So he will need
12.
both reds. This is frame ball, and hard to imagine it won't find gravity.
19.
The two lengthiest frames of this final so far have been particularly hurtful for Judd Trump. The fourth when he went in off in potting the green, and now this one when he's had his chances.
Yes, it's one snooker, but clearly when this goes in, it'll be 3 snookers, different ball game.
$25. 27.
2 brilliant players, but this frame, as I said, he's been a little scrappy. It was more important for Judd to win it than Ronnie, I think, but it hasn't worked out. I'm just seeing a disappointed, concerned, slightly dejected body language from Judd Trump. He played in the World Final, of course, which O'Sullivan won only in the spring.
45.
And the world champion here is now halfway to being the champion of champions. Ronnie O'Sullivan takes a 5-1 lead. He will be in front going into this evening.